a crazy scientist forced a half-human, half-zombie to eat an infected brain. Hello everyone, Kino Jack is in touch and this is a short retelling of the 8th episode of the 2nd season of the zombie TV series Nation Z. I apologize immediately for starting to retell one episode at a time, but I hope you will understand my position and understand that even retelling and editing one video is a lot of work that takes a lot of time. I welcome all the new shortcomers who have recently come to us from the recommendations on our channel and strongly recommend that you watch the beginning of this story using the links in the description. You will definitely not regret it. And you old people are short timers, as usual, to pile on the likes of this video, because you already know, as soon as there are thousands of them, I immediately post a sequel. Enjoy watching. The team is sorting through their stuff. When Doc checks Murphy, Murphy dreams of Doc's brain. Murphy wanders into the woods and falls into a zombie trap. He's not alone. Murphy shouts, calls the others, but it doesn't help. Roberta and the team go hunting, and Murphy trains his new colleague. A man dressed in heavy clothes, a collector, enters and tries to grab Murphy, but his new zombie friend protects him. Unfortunately, the collector wins by stabbing him in the neck. When the others return to the car, they discover that Murphy is still missing. Murphy wakes up and finds himself tied to a gurney. He watches as a collector cuts the scalp off his friend and extracts his brain. Murphy manages to get water from a man who seems to have thoroughly intrigued Murphy. The collector takes out a dictaphone and turns on Citizen Z's story about Murphy. The collector confirms this story by examining Murphy's body. The man tortures Murphy, insisting that the staff of the Center for Disease Control are idiots. He shows Murphy a large collection of letters that he has sent to the Centers for Disease Control over the years. When Murphy begins to sympathize with the man's hatred of the Center for Disease Control, he is unleashed, and the couple talks about Comic-Con. The couple visits the Zombie Collector's Museum. Murphy continues to suck up to the man and tries to gain his trust. They finally get to Dawn of the Dead, and the collector doesn't seem to like Murphy's interpretation of the film. He gives Murphy a good electric shock to shut him up. And so on. Murphy complains about the filth of the apocalypse and is surprised to take a shower from his new friend. Meanwhile, 10K and the others continue their hunt. After getting out of the shower, Murphy changes into new clothes. He finds a collector fighting zombies. He tries to escape, but he was shot and quickly captured. The arrow takes its toll, and Murphy becomes sleepy, and his new friend quickly becomes enraged. The collector records the Death Leaf TV show with Murphy. He takes a sample of Murphy's DNA and blood plasma. He also takes out a huge needle and prepares to take a bone marrow sample.
What's that for? This is a 15-centimeter needle.
Doc and Eddie encounter several zombies during their hunt. Meanwhile, the collector asks Murphy about his encounter that turned him into a zombie. Murphy confirms his promise to the CDC doctor that he will kill him.
I'll find you. I'll find you and eat your brains.
Moments later, the collector takes out the brain and forces Murphy to eat it. A reaction takes place in Murphy's brain, and he devours the brain. The collector tries to figure out what happens when Murphy bites a person, and then moves on to the question of Murphy's connection with others. Murphy talks about his daughter, after which the collector leaves with a sample. A zombie is approaching and Murphy sees an opportunity to escape.
Concentrate.
Unfortunately, the collector returns too soon and discovers Murphy's mind control abilities. Vasquez and the others continue to hunt for Murphy. The group decides to split up. The collector then shows Murphy his zombie collection.
This one was smart. Probably was not far from the atomic explosion.
A collector shows off his famous zombie George Martin. Despite the collector's praise, Murphy insists she has no idea who this person is because she has never watched HBO. Murphy grabs the book and slaps the collector. On his way out, he discovers a throne on which he must sit forever. The collector grabs the shock collar controller and continues the pursuit. Murphy gets to the front doors, which turn out to be locked. Murphy demands that the collector open the door. He opens, but Murphy gets a strong electric shock and falls to the ground. 10K follows the zombies, and the collector comes to realize that he has been betrayed.
I was too kind and you were too dangerous, so you left me no choice.
He decides that he will drink Murphy's blood and freeze it. The zombie, followed by 10K, appears outside the door. 10K stays, and the collector orders Murphy to be quiet. When he is interrogated, the collector says 10 times that he did not see anyone. 10K is about to leave, but he remains suspicious.
I almost killed your friend. Don't be embarrassed, Murphy.
He makes his way inside the building and begins to look around. 10K discovers the collector's museum and finds Murphy on his throne. The collector sneaks up behind 10K and shocks him. The collector tries to convince Murphy to bite 10K.
I want to watch you bite a man. Stop lying.
Outside, the others meet in the public library. They hear a shot and follow the sound. Eddie finds a 10K gun, after which they prepare to get inside the building. The collector instructs Murphy to bite 9K on the chest. Instead, the collector gets distracted, and Murphy uses this opportunity to attack him along with other zombies.
Look at me.
The weakened Murphy is taken out in a wheelchair. Without Murphy's guidance, the rest of the zombies turn against 10K. Meanwhile, the others are making their way inside the complex. The rest stay on time and kill zombies.
Oh, look who's still alive.
Can you hear me?
He's fine, everything's going to be fine.
Eventually they return to the car and remove Murphy's shock collar. Murphy makes Roberta promise that she won't leave him alone when they arrive in California.
Let's go.